Britney Spears is going to be an aunt. Her teen sister, Jamie Lynn, is pregnant. How mad must Nickelodeon be right now?
At 16, I was pregnant and I was going to become a mother. The child star who got pregnant.
It's Nickelodeon. They're going to get rid of her.
I mean, a lot of horrible, nasty things were said.
A 16-year-old girl got pregnant and her life is over.
Talk to me in 6 months and see if she has a career.
They said, yes, you are pregnant. I look back now and I'm like, oh my gosh.
Jamie Lynn was, she was bad.
I really thought she was joking.
It was a bad 3 years.
I was a child then. I needed to go grow up outside of the world's view. I want to be able to let people into that side of me. This is my story like you've never heard before. It's just important for me that this song is perfect because it kind of sets the tone for the next stage of my career. I love you.
I love you.
I just don't want anything to go wrong. It's nerve-wracking to me. I've put my heart, my soul, I've got everything in it. I want to do something that I'm going to be proud of. I'm not just a child star.
It's going to be a good one. I can feel it.
And I'm not just someone's sister.
I just hope we don't make her too upset.
I know! And I'm not just a teen mom.
Hey, baby.
For the first time, this is the real story.
Not only is she beautiful and extremely talented, she's my little sister.
My past and everything, it all leads to this moment. I grew up in Louisiana. That's where I live. That's where I was raised, and it's who I am.
Jamie Lynn is very close to her siblings. Brian, her older brother, is actually 15 years older than she. Britney's 10 years older, so she was everybody's baby. She was everybody's princess.
Me and my sister just have a really special relationship. There's a big age difference there, so she's been very motherly to me.
Britney would dress her up before we go to school. Britney was the more feminine one. She liked the dolls. She liked makeup. Jamie Lynn was always a little bit more rough and tumble. She liked the country music. She liked the fishing. She liked getting dirty. She liked playing with the animals. Jamie Lynn was more or less the daddy's girl.
When Jamie Lynn was young, Jamie Lynn was horrible. She had to be the center of attention. Britney was like her second mother. She agitated everybody to death. She was loud, and she was bad.
My brother is gonna mess up so bad, I hope he flips and rolls.
But it's because she had a mind of her own. Jamie Lynn is who she is. What you see is what you get.
Jamie Lynn.
She's the baby.
She's the baby. She was never sitting down. She was always singing.
Jamie Lynn preaches to both of us.
She's the wise one.
Yeah.
Yet she's the
like, y'all
youngest one.
shouldn't be doing this. Don't be doing this.
I was about 7 years old whenever Britney became famous. We went from, my mom would invite people in to come have lunch because they were driving by Britney Spears' house, to us ending up having to move from that house because it became unsafe. It was a big change, and being that exposed, I guess, with Britney being so famous, was the first time it registered to me like, oh, whoa, this isn't just about singing songs, you know, our life has changed.
We caught up with Jamie Lynn recently in Louisiana to find out what it's like to be Britney's kid sister. This is what she said.
The special relationship that me and my sister share is that anything that's wrong, I can tell her and she'll help me. She is the nicest country girl you'll ever meet. She would do anything for me, and we share such a special relationship. The best thing about being Britney's sister is you get to travel across the world and you get to meet people. I love singing and performing because I guess it runs in the family. I would like to be like Britney, but maybe better, but I don't want to outshine her. People tell me that I have a more mature voice than normal 10-year-olds. My advice to Britney is just scoot over because I'm coming through and I'm going to be the star pretty soon.
Jamie Lynn was on the road a whole lot with Britney and I, and she was only like 8 to 10 years old. And after all the shows that Britney would do, Jamie Lynn would always be ready in the bus with a friend. I would always have a friend with her. They would work on a little skit, song and dance. So when Britney got on the bus, they had something to do for her.
Nickelodeon saw some of that footage of me being silly, making up characters, and wanted me to come in and audition for one of their shows.
All the videos that Jamie Lynn had been doing on that bus, Nickelodeon put it into that first show, all that.
Britney left when she was 15. Jamie Lynn actually started when she was 10 years old with All That.
After All That, I went on to another show for Nickelodeon called Zoe 101, and I finished that when I was 15.
While we were shooting in LA, of course we would stay there. But any holiday, any time period off, she was always ready to get back home with her friends.
I met Casey when I was about 14 and he was 16. I mean, it all starts out very innocent, just like everyone's first love does.
They met at church. They met at church through mutual friends.
I was just going to movies, riding four-wheelers, comes to my house and hangs out with me and my mom, and I just knew it was going to be forever until, it wasn't forever. When I became pregnant, the world that I knew came crashing down. I look back now and I'm like, oh my gosh. I knew I had a lot of young girls who looked up to me, and I felt that responsibility. But at the end of the day, I knew I had to make a decision as a young girl myself to do something that I knew I could sleep with every night. I knew deep down that I was going to have my little girl, even if I had to raise her on my own. And that's what I did.
Come on, let's go. Go.
Stop.
It's time for school.
I'm up. Okay, I'm up. I have a daughter. Her name is Maddie Aldrich. And I have a husband. His name is James Watson. Now, who's making breakfast? Me and my husband, Jamie, are still pretty much newlyweds. We've only been married 2 years. So we're trying to figure out how and where we want to settle our family of 3.
Nice. Ow.
And our dog Nice, because that's my baby too, so that makes 4. Family of 4. You gotta take your medicine. Currently, we live at the home my husband had before we were married, his bachelor pad, but we like to go stay at my mom's any chance we get. Do you have everything in your book bag?
Mm.
I'm gonna miss you though.
Maddie, you want to help me bring the bags outside?
Thanks for bringing them down. You're gonna have to change your shirt now. I'm getting ready to leave for Nashville because in 2 weeks I have a very important show at the Grand Ole Opry, and also I'm debuting new music. I did my first EP a few years ago, and that's where I was in my life. I was getting married, and it was a really exciting time. And now I'm getting ready to release my new music and my new EP, and I've grown and I've learned a lot. I'm in a different place, so I'm excited to kind of show where I am now and what I've learned. So there's a lot on the line with this new music and my Grand Ole Opry performance.
It has wheels.
Thank y'all.
You're welcome.
Bye. It's an uneasy feeling any time that you leave your child for any period of time, but I'm going to be away for a little bit longer this time because I'm working on our future. That's what I have to keep reminding myself, but it doesn't help a guilty mom. I never want it to seem like, I'm not putting her as my first priority.
You're way too hard on yourself.
I always want to make sure that I never let my age or anything else be an excuse for not being the best mother that I can be. You know what I'm saying?
But you've got to have this other aspect to your life, because it can't just be about Maddie.
When I found out I was pregnant, well, I don't know how you can say this without sounding a little tacky, but once again, this is my story, this is what happened. I'd come home from working in LA. I remember I kept getting sick, I kept actually throwing up. So one day, my friend was like, "You don't think you could be pregnant, huh?" And I was like, "No, not possible." She was like, "Well, you know what, let's just get our friend to go buy a pregnancy test." And so we stopped to get gas, and she was like, "Just go take the test real quick." Like, we didn't want to do it at home. So I went in the BP, and I took a pregnancy test, and I set it on the thing, and we're just sitting there, and my friend looks down, and she's like, she freaked out. I was like, what? And the test was positive, and I was pregnant. So, got the news in the ladies' room at the BP. Sums it all up. What in the world were you thinking? Like, I mean, I knew for a little bit, but I just, you know, I didn't know how to tell y'all. I
I
mean,
was in shock. I mean, I really didn't believe it. I mean, you know, I really thought it was I thought you were joking with me.
yeah.
I guess then it was like big time worry there as to, you were 16, you know, you were 16.
For whatever reason at that time, the best way to tell my mother was to write a note and put it in a room and go sit in the other room and wait for her.
When I first found out Jamie was pregnant, it was totally a shock to me.
She came in and she goes, "Is this a joke?"
You're joking, right? You're joking.
I just don't think, you know, I just don't think she really comprehended. And then she called my daddy.
For me, I think the world stopped a couple seconds. I didn't take it very well. Be honest with you, it was a total shock.
I mean, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Things were not great for a while there. They weren't.
I just kind of lost it for a while.
I was afraid for her. And I don't know, I mean, she was my baby.
I felt extremely guilty because, you know, I lived my life trying to be this perfect girl all the time, and I was about to let everybody down. I think you can't explain why any woman makes a decision whether she gives up for adoption or has an abortion or she keeps her child. That's something only a woman can feel in her gut. And that was just the decision that I had to make for me. I couldn't make it for anyone else. I knew that everybody was worried. I mean, I was scared too, but I think at the same time, it was another driving factor for me to be the best mom I could be for her. You know what I mean? Once Zoe 101 had wrapped, that is actually when I found out I was pregnant. But the episodes had not aired yet. So that was the dilemma, and I think that's where the confusion came into play. But I was never, ever pregnant on the set of Zoe 101, ever. There was so much chaos at the time whenever I announced I was pregnant. My family was here with me, but we got a line of agents and managers that are all on the phone saying, "Damage control, well, what do we do?" I mean, it was like a real scandal situation at the time.
Is this for real?
I really thought Jamie Lynn would continue to be such a great young role model for so many young fans. She has no future. Jamie Lynn has absolutely no idea what she's gotten herself into.
I basically hid for like 3 weeks in a house with 2 security while the story went out. Finally, once things kind of simmered down, it was time for me to say, what are you gonna do? Who are you? Like, do you even know who you are outside of this business? Even at 16, I said, I gotta get out of here. I need to go buy some land, put a big ass gate around it. And so that's what I did. I just got away from it all. And I just was a mother. And I was figuring out who I was as a woman at the same time. And I think it was one of the most important things that I ever did in my life because I was a child then. I needed to go grow up outside of the world's view. I don't want my story to be the girl who got 16 and pregnant and that be the thing that I'm remembered for. I want to be remembered for something more than that. It's time to get to work.
Oh my God!
That's awesome. It's just important for me that this song is perfect.
Got a pretty well checkered past.
I'll give you hugs and kisses.
Somebody very special wanted to introduce her tonight, Britney and Brian Spears.
Today, I'm meeting up with 2 co-writers, Sarah, Emily, and Tina, and we're gonna start writing hopefully some new stuff, and I'm just really excited to debut it at the Grand Ole Opry in about 2 weeks. I gotta set an alarm because when Maddie is getting out of school, I want to make sure that my mama gets in Carlisle.
Maddie's her daughter.
She's my best friend. I'm only 25 years old, and my daughter is 8 years old. I cannot believe she's 8 years old. Maddie is mainly with me, her everyday consistency. Maddie's father was the only boyfriend I'd ever had. So I think for me it was like, this little girl she deserves a family. She deserves a mother, she deserves a father. So he tried to do the right thing and he asked me to marry him, and we were engaged for a while, but I think I realized rushing into something that's not right is ultimately going to be worse. So she has a relationship with her father. Her dad lives in Mississippi and he sees her, but it's my responsibility to make sure that she never pays for any of our mistakes. I love
sometimes hearing a track helps me kind of figure out like what we feel like right now, if you have any.
Yeah, I'll play this one for you. After I had Maddie, I had to really figure out how was I going to provide for this little girl for the rest of her life. And I really just asked myself, what is it you could see yourself doing forever? I wanted to write music and I wanted to create music. So when my daughter was about a year old and I was 18, I moved to Nashville, and every day was just guitar lessons, voice lessons, just bettering myself at my craft so that I could be the best version of myself for this. Okay, wait. Okay, when you break up with somebody, what do you say? You say, it's not you, it's me. Right. But this girl is saying, like, maybe it's you. But she's like...
That's awesome.
I was too strong, I was too long, but maybe it's you. I love that twist. Let's just get it to the studio.
Damn right.
Can't believe you're not packed yet.
I've already got one bag done. I'm just working on the second one.
How many bags do you need?
Well, I'm going to be gone for a while, so I need 2 bags. I got to have some nice stuff. I can't be looking like, you know, like you.
What do I look like?
You just look like you work for Amp, and I'm not going for that look.
We're hiring.
Me and Jamie dated for about 5 years before we got married, and we've now been married for 2 years. But we broke up here and there, so maybe, like, we dated for, like, 4 years.
It's confusing with so many Jamies. I'm Jamie, she's Jamie Lynn, and her dad's Jamie.
Me and Jamie met through mutual friends, Dane and Brandy. This was when Maddie was, like, a year old. I think it's just a black dress for...
I don't know. Don't ask me. You know, I have nothing to offer.
He was kind of awkward and kind of weird. He was always uncomfortable when just Dane has a weird friend. Looking back, though, I think it's kind of sweet because he was acting like that way, obviously, because he liked me. Maybe I'll just wear this. You love it when I wear shirts that have the name of places on there.
That is a must-have. Just a normal guy, a normal job. I did not know about the family. You know, I didn't know she had a TV show. I didn't know anything about her.
I didn't feel anxious or any of that stuff. It just felt safe, and that's really important for me.
I don't think it was love at first sight, but it was love pretty quick. I think we grew on each other, which is probably why we're still together.
I thought you'd want to spend time with me.
When you said going to the bedroom, I thought you'd be in here naked.
Yeah, you thought wrong.
I knew I wanted to marry her when basically I'd fallen in love with Maddie just as much as her, and I couldn't not be a part of her or Maddie's life. She's got a great dad, but, you know, I consider her a daughter also, and she's wonderful.
Truthfully, I couldn't ask for a better man to be in my daughter's life. He is the dad that every little girl deserves, and that's what makes me love him.
What I like so much about Jamie Lynn is Maddie. And that she's pretty.
I'm gonna be gone for 2 weeks. You're gonna lose your mind without me.
Oh, I am, but packing's not what I had in mind. I think she probably could have done a lot better. I guess I'm pretty lucky.
It'll be good. It's gonna be a productive trip because it's kind of really gonna help pull together all the new songs for the EP. So I'm really excited about that. I'm just gonna miss Maddie. I don't like being away from her. You know that.
What about me and Nice?
I miss y'all too, but you know, she's my baby.
The longest I've been away from my mom was 5 days. Pretty sure.
I love you.
I love you. She's a very good mom.
What about me?
You're a very good parent, too. What?
That's a great answer.
To get my whole family together is like trying to launch a spacecraft.
I don't really think we're going to be able to make it.
You don't have to be nervous.
I just don't want anything to go wrong. I'm so excited to hear what you've done, but I do have that Opry show in less than a week.
Oh.
So I know that you've done something great, and I can't wait to hear it, but I mean, that just made me really nervous because I was like, oh my God.
You either love it or I'm in trouble.
I'm meeting with my producer, Corey, and my co-writer, Liz Rose, to listen to the final version of Sleepover. The writing process is pretty much done, but I have given Corey a lot of work to do in a very short amount of time. So it's important that it's perfect because the Opry performance is in less than a week.
This thing is banging.
Okay, I can't wait to hear it.
Yeah.
I'm excited to hear it, but yeah.
Oh my gosh! Y'all, stop bottom
Oh.
What's up, man? Corey.
This is Corey.
Hey,
This
Britney,
is
Corey.
Lynn. Good to see you.
My sister and my brother are passing through town, and I'm so excited because I feel like they know the heart of my music, so they make sure that I'm making something that is still true to me. We're in the middle of going over my new song that Corey just kind of put together.
Oh my goodness, I want to hear. This is cool.
I mean, it's just important for me that this song is perfect because it kind of sets the tone for the next stage of my career.
Yeah, no pressure.
Yeah, no pressure.
On me.
To get my whole family together is like trying to launch a spacecraft. And by my whole family, I mean my sister, my brother, my mama, my daddy, and all of our kids. And of course, Britney Security, because they're like family now too. We literally haven't listened to it yet, so.
Oh my God, cool.
It is absolute chaos. My brother wants to go see Uncle Sonny. My sister wants to go shopping. My mom wants everybody to stay here with the kids and cook. Daddy wants to be at the deer camp. And I just want all the kids to stay alive and have a wonderful holiday. This is sleepover.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't know me well enough to see me with my makeup off. Yeah, but I bet you like my hair all messed up. If you can get through tonight without my kiss, then call me in the morning saying you missed me when you wake up.
It's wonderful to get family time. I think we need more family time. I miss Jamie Lynn, just how innocent and gullible she is. She's just really fun to be around, and then she brings that out in me too, and then I bring that out in her, and so we're just like, we're truly sisters.
I think that people assume that there's this shadow cast upon me because of my sister and all the great things that she's accomplished. For me, I don't look at it as a shadow. I look at it as more of a light of what is possible. If you work hard enough and you believe in yourself hard enough, anything can happen. I mean, she was from this small town, and look where she is now. My sister has created a real legacy, and she's done it through the good times and the bad. She's really created something that's going to stand forever. So if that's called a shadow, then I'm proud to be there because she's done amazing things.
I know she's been working really hard on her music, and I'm genuinely a huge fan of her gift as a musician and an artist, and I'm so incredibly proud of her.
You love it? Awesome.
Holy cow.
Corey, you did a
Did I
great
do it?
job. Yes,
All
you
right.
did it.
All right.
You did so good. And Lynn,
Amazing.
I can't believe that you did that with no music. Well, you made music happen. I feel so much better. So y'all like it?
I love
do.
it.
Like it a
Very
lot.
good. This is
I
gonna be
think
huge. This should be a huge hit. This is amazing.
Well, they say so. They say so. It's so nice to have my sister's opinion because clearly she knows what she's talking about when it comes to music. Well, I hope y'all can make the Opry performance.
I don't really think we're going to be able to make it, but that's why I wanted to stop in today.
Well, at least y'all got to hear the song.
I know, it's beautiful.
Nothing like your family's approval, right?
I can't wait to see you do it live.
Oh, I gosh, I didn't think about that part.
Oh, it's all good. That's the easy part.
That's the easy part.
Well, how was it?
I'm excited. I think this is going to be a really, really productive week as far as setting the tone.
Yeah.
Because don't you feel like these songs have a different energy to them and everything?
Yeah, they're different, yeah. I'm in Nashville with Jamie Lynn. Probably 50% of the time, I do split between her and Britney. Britney has a lot of people around her, but Jamie Lynn is just Jamie Lynn, so it's just really just to be a companion where she don't have to be by herself. I think that's some of your best work you've done. Yes, I do think that.
I also want to do something that I'm going to be proud of, a legacy that I can leave behind for my little girl, for her to say, my mama did that, and I'm proud.
She's proud of her mama anyway.
My parents were officially divorced when I was 10, but they never really split up. I never saw my mom with anyone else, and I never saw my dad with anyone else. He still calls her his wife, and she still calls him her husband. And when we're home in Louisiana, he spends most of his time out at Mom's house with us. It's kind of like, what was the point of going through the trouble of getting a divorce if you didn't really split up?
You ready to eat? I reckon I'll eat that cheeseburger. But the mayonnaise and mustard should be on the damn burger, where you ain't got to tear it all apart with a soggy-ass bun, and then you got to put mayonnaise on one, mustard on it, and then you got to take your hands, greasy and everything, and put the whole damn thing back together.
Yeah, but if you send it back, it embarrasses me. It's so rude.
I'm sorry. Well, they know better than to fix a hamburger like that.
Not many people would bring their dad on the road with them, but I love it.
Let's see, this one here's wanting to put $1,000 of dressing on it. I ain't go for that.
He's gonna be honest with me, and I need that. But he just loves me. I mean, I'm his little girl, and we have a lot of fun together.
Yes, hi. Can I have your crispy tuna roll and then order the fried chicken? And what do you want, Daddy?
I want a cheeseburger.
No, okay, we're not.
No.
We'll just do 2 fried chickens and a crispy roll. Thank you so much.
No.
Yes, that's it. Thank you. Bye.
All right.
Nope, you're not getting that.
Okay, well.
Me and my dad have a great relationship now, and I'm just so thankful and blessed for that because growing up, my dad had his issues with substance abuse. You know, he had his demons when it came to drinking and whatnot. So our relationship was always kind of depending upon that issue.
I don't have the best past in the world. I got a pretty well checkered past, but, you know, Jamie Lynn and Britney and Brian, when they were children, I just didn't have the same mentality that I do now of being able to look at the grandchildren and, you know, want to be the, you know, best grandfather that I can be.
Hey, Mama.
Hey, baby.
Papa wants to tell you he loves you.
Okay.
I love you, Maddie B.
When I saw who he was and the man he was capable of being for his grandchildren is when I said, my child deserves that grandfather. So therefore, that's what really matters. You only got one dad, so if he's here, you need to love him.
I love you, Papa.
All right. I reckon a light came on, and seeing that baby made everything all right.
Mwah.
All right, love y'all. Bye.
She's such a little nugget. I could squeeze her face off. Good, good. I can have a good night's rest, hopefully.
I think I'm just going to pass out.
I know Jamie Lynn had a lot on her mind, so I added a little spice to the pie.
Hope we don't make her too upset.
I know.
Hey, y'all.
Hey. What are you doing?
Oh. Today, I'm meeting with my management team. We're going to sort out all the details for my Opry performance, which is in less than a week.
How was the session yesterday?
It was good.
It was very good. I liked the song.
I think a lot of people would like to look at me debuting my new music and everything as a comeback, but truthfully, I was known for Zoe. I was known for being a teen mom. I was known for being Britney's sister. But 8 years has passed since any of that has happened, and I was a child then. So for the first time, I'm introducing myself as a woman, as an adult. So I think that comeback is a little different because I've never been introduced as an adult woman. There's no place that I want to debut my song more than the Opry. So I just want to make sure that my music is up to par with that, especially if it's the first time somebody's hearing it and in the, you know, the church of country music.
It is the Grand Ole Opry. I believe you could bring the house down.
It's nerve-wracking to me. It needs to be perfect.
In country music, there's no bigger stage than the Grand Ole Opry.
The people who have stood in that circle are the legends that created the basis for what we get to do.
My daddy and my uncles and them, they used to listen to the Grand Ole Opry all the time back in the 50s and stuff on the radio. You know, the Grand Ole Opry was, it's the Super Bowl.
This time we get 3 songs.
How could I want more? That's extremely important. That's what set the whole tone as me as an artist. So that has to be there. Sleepover, even though it's making me break out into hives right now, that's what I want to sing.
Yeah, you're a little red.
I have spent 8 years now working on this music, and I'm finally ready to debut my new sound. So picking the right songs and putting on the perfect performance is critical right now. I mean, if I screw this up, then all of the time and effort that I have invested into me and my family's future will be for nothing.
Oh, you could always do my favorite.
What's that?
When the lights go out.
That's a good one.
You would kill it
That's a really emotional song. That's good.
And, you know, your story behind it is from the heart.
Whenever I wrote When the Lights Go Out, it was coming from a place, it was like the first night, of course, that Maddie was away from me. And she was in the night with us. She was with her dad for the first time, and I was by myself. And in that moment, I called Daddy. I was just by myself, and I just was like, I want to be able to let people into that side of me, because that's the story. You know, that's why I'm singing, and that's why I'm doing it, because as you can tell, the music moves me, of course, but it comes from moments like that, and I want to be able to let people into that. It's a really important song to me because I really felt like when the lights go out, there, you just can't hide from yourself. Your feelings are there. You can't hide from that. It reminds me of exactly why I'm still driven to do this, is for that baby girl. I guess my biggest things that I need to think about now are getting everybody together and getting sleepover done, checking on my husband and Maddie with school and everything, and making sure I can get them here because I want them to be there for that. I have 2 songs that are not even finished, and I'm supposed to sing them, and I don't even know if one of them's gonna be ready. I'm so excited, but I'm scared. I'm scared of it not being perfect, and this has to be perfect. The music, myself, the band, everything has to be perfect. Well, thanks for making me cry. I'm gonna go pull myself together so I can go figure out all this. It's time to get to work. Bye, y'all. Thanks for making me cry.
Hey, baby.
You ready? Somebody very special wanted to come introduce her tonight.
What do you think about the song selection and the order?
I mean, I'm gonna be nervous no matter what order we put them in, but I think for the Opry that this is the right way to do it. I just don't want anything to go wrong.
Is it going to help you when Maddie and Watson get here?
It helps me whenever I know that Maddie's in the crowd, because then I can just look at her and sing to her and just pretend like nobody else is there. Tonight is the big Opry show, and I'm really starting to feel the pressure. This performance is huge to me because the past 6 years I've been writing and working on this project, and all the emotional things that go along with that, all the homesick and the struggling, and it all comes to a head every time I get on stage, but especially this performance because there's a lot weighing on it. I wish y'all could all just like sit on stage with me. That'd make me feel better.
I'm staying backstage.
No, I mean like on the stage, like stand in the circle with me.
I ain't gonna be but 30 feet from you.
I'll feel better once I get through the first song and having all y'all there.
Okay. Hey, baby.
Maddie B. Oh.
Oh, finally.
Maddie B.
For me, whenever I get to have my family, especially my little girl with me, during any performances, it does give me such a sense of peace, because the hardest part about what I do is having to be away from her and being away from my loved ones. You know, I wish I could bring them everywhere.
She's nervous. I got the text all day long.
But I got my baby here. Will you help me get through my nerves?
Yeah. And I'll give you a hug.
I wish I could just sing from right here and they could just like maybe live stream it to the Opry. Listen now.
They can't do that.
I just want to be a good mom who makes her little girl proud, and I want to get up there on stage and I want to do a great job, because at the end of the day, this is what I've been working so hard for. Alrighty, y'all go say 4 million Our Fathers, so that way I do great and don't have to worry about it.
Papa.
Come on, ladies, let's get on and wear.
See you after a while.
You're right up here.
When I get to the Opry, it becomes real. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm about to go sing these songs for the first time. It's very nerve-wracking, but it does feel good to have the people I love around me. That definitely gives me a sense of comfort. Something about this screams Opry to me, too. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I love that. Maddie, what do you think?
Red.
Red? Mm-hmm. Red it is. It's a winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
All right. You ready?
I'm nervous, and I wish like I could just pretend I'm not here.
We're all nervous for you.
And then just sing. What do you mean you're nervous? See, I hate when people tell me they're nervous. They just like, no, you got this. There's no reason to be nervous.
I know you're going to be fine out there.
I'm not nervous about the singing part. That's the easy part.
Then what's the hard part?
The hard part is getting into the stage.
Every time that I'm about to walk on stage, I am extremely anxious and extremely nervous. I get so nervous that I think I'm having an anxiety attack and I'm just gonna walk out onto the stage and I'm just gonna pass out. I mean, that would be one way to make a mark if I just passed out on stage.
Jamie Lynn's no different than any pro athlete. She's no different than her oldest sister. They get very, very nervous, both of them. And I know Jamie Lynn had a lot on her mind what was going on at the Opry. But I just wanted to give her a little more encouragement, so I added a little spice to the pie.
I think she has no idea.
I just hope we don't make her too upset.
I know! I'm just worried about her reaction. I don't want her to start crying and then we're all like,
Okay, I wish that my brother and sister could be here because they got to hear the song, and it'd be so nice to have them here to comfort me, but also to hear me sing it live for the first time.
It's gonna be a good one. I can feel it. Yeah.
Jamie Lynn Spears is here tonight. You know that. She's in your program. What you may not know is that, because she doesn't know this, that somebody very special wanted to come introduce her tonight to you here in this packed Grand Ole Opry House. Would you welcome her brother and sister, Britney and Brian Spears. Jamie Lynn Spears is here tonight. You know that. What you may not know is that somebody very special wanted to come introduce her tonight. Would you welcome her brother and sister, Britney and Brian Spears.
Thanks to the Opry for letting me introduce this beautiful young lady who is my heart and my soul. Not only is she beautiful and extremely talented, she's my little sister, Jamie Lynn Spears.
The minute I saw both of them, I mean, I couldn't believe what I saw. I didn't have words for it, so I just cried like a baby in front of everyone.
Love you. Thank you so much. I thought it was really beautiful. Just having my whole family there and being there to support her working this hard is really special.
My three kids standing in a circle at the Grand Ole Opry, and the two oldest ones coming to support the youngest one. I don't know how to describe that feeling. Tears of joy just come from you. It's certainly not sadness.
I tell you what, I guess I've always wanted to have a very, very close family. So it was fabulous to see all three of my children out there hugging and loving each other on that stage. It was quite the moment.
Well, now I'm going to try to sing some songs for y'all. I'm so honored to be at the Opry, but I'm even more honored to be here with all the people that I love the most. Not like I wasn't nervous already. I wrote this song the first night that my daughter had to stay away from me. This is called When the Lights Go Out, and this is the heart of who I am. This is my baby girl. Thank you to my beautiful family for coming. It's extremely rare that my whole family gets to listen to me sing live together. Actually, I don't think my whole family has ever all at once been together to see me sing live. So this is the moment that I've been working so hard for. This is for Maddie. This is for my family. It's now or never.
Somebody had to be the first one to say it's over. Somebody had to try to be brave. Somebody's gotta take the blame. Somebody had to leave. I just hate it had to be me. When the lights go out, I struggle with the silence. Haunted by.
It's really cool to see my mom on stage. It's because she's a really good singer, and well, she's my mom. I love my mom very much.
It won't feel the way it does right now. When the lights go out.
I really miss my sister. She's constantly working on her, her music, but it's really nice to figure out what it's all about. It's about family, and it's about your heart and your soul.
I had to walk away from that.
Grand Ole Opry that night with all three of my children being there would have to be one or the most important days and nights of my life.
Right now, I'm so proud of Jamie Lynn. You want your children to grow up doing what they love doing. It makes me feel so happy to see her happy like that on that stage. And that's how I know she should be up here.
When the lights go high, it's gonna be okay. When the lights go high. Thank you. Thank y'all so very much. Thank you to my family. Thank you to the Opry for having me. Thank you to the wonderful band.
Jamie Lynn Spears.
This whole process has just taught me a lot about myself, a lot about the people around me, and it's reminded me of how blessed I am, and it's also reminded me of the strength that I have.
Oh,
Baby, you are so beautiful. Oh my God. I can't believe that y'all did that to me. I was like, there's no way I could sing. There's no way I could sing.
I was a little worried.
I was like, I can't sing anymore.
I didn't know anything else. I was like, she's gonna cry and cry and cry.
You made me cry. I know, but it meant
tomorrow.
so much to me. I can't believe that y'all did that.
Wouldn't miss it for anything.
And your songs are freaking awesome.
So good.
Good. I'm glad you like them. I'm still like, I can't breathe right. I don't know. This is not the end at all. This is just the start, and I think I'm proving to myself every day what I can do, and I'm challenging myself, and I cannot wait to see where this next chapter takes me. This is the most meaningful thing in the whole entire world. I can't believe y'all did this. Like, that means so much to me.
Thank you for entertaining us.
Anytime.
It was great entertainment.
I like that dress.
Thanks. BB, $40.
And she didn't have to wear Spanx, and I know her. I'm going to have to be brave, and it might be a little scary, but I think with my family behind me, I can do it. I can't believe y'all came.
Thank you for having us. I love it so much. Oh my gosh.
I almost cried during the bridge when the lights go out, but I sucked it up.
Wait, what?
You had the Spanx on, Jamie Lynn.
You see that? There's how I was like...
Wait, why did you cry?
Because I looked over at you and you're just sitting with your river and I was just like, it's gonna be okay. Like, I've got a good thing going on.